Welcome to the Business Behind the Scene podcast with Francesca Moi, where we talk all about real business problems, real solutions, and getting actual results in your business.
Hello and welcome to this episode of Business Behind the Scene. We are at episode 165 and I wanted to catch up with you guys and let you know what I'm up to at the moment. I have been to an amazing event yesterday. The room was with millionaires, people that have at least 1.4 million to be able to be in a room. Wow, it was amazing to be surrounded with those people. What was happening is that one of the values of this group is to be honest, vulnerable, real, dig deep, play bold, and all of those things. So honestly, my tribe. I was like, this is literally my place as a business owner and a solopreneur. Solopreneur because I've got nobody in the office working for me, but obviously I've got a team of people that work with me and it's amazing. But in the office, I'm by myself. So at times it's actually very hard to keep it together, to stay positive, nobody to share things with. And what I found very fascinating about this group yesterday is that every single person, when they were sharing, they were saying exactly that. We don't have support. We can't really talk to our friends and family about business. If you're hearing this and you feel exactly the same, do whatever you can to find a group of like-minded people, a group of people that can do that. This is exactly why I created my Sold Out Business Academy, to have a forum place where people can be themselves and open themselves up and share things and be obviously coached and supported by me and my team. This is such a lonely journey. And I'm so grateful that I had the courage to go to this group, and I'm going to definitely sign up. And well, actually, they have to accept you first. Apparently they have, which I'm so grateful for. And I'm going to be part of this group. By the way, there's 80% men and 20% women. There's only 1% of women in business that would be able to get in this. So it's so surreal to be able to be like, I'm part of those women. I can get in. This is so cool. So anyway, I wanted to remind you that even at 1.4 million, those people feel lonely, stressed. We have to share our feeling. And honestly, most of us were stressed, anxious, and all of those things. It's so fascinating how when I had a business that was making no money, I thought once I get to 1 million, I would not feel stressed, I not feel anxious, I not feel all those things. But guess what? We take us with us. Take us to that business. So the feeling's going to be different type of problems, but we still have it. One person was anxious about firing one of their staff members. They've been with them for 20 years and they know that they're not going to be able to grow anymore in the business. One person was anxious about scaling the business without impacting their family, working less. One person was anxious about saying no. They're a people pleaser and they say yes to everybody and then burning out and they're exhausted. One person was fighting with her husband because they're in business together and it's so difficult not to be a bossy woman. Like, you hear this? Lots of people in that room had cash flow problems. You're like, what? How do you have cash flow problem when you're 1.4 million? Because the expenses are at that level. Like, it felt right. I can be me here. The way I'm describing it is like, that was like a depressing meeting. But it wasn't, because every time someone would share something, then the other people would share their experience. They wouldn't give it any advice, but they would share their experience. And it was so beautiful, so powerful to be in that room. I have noticed that about myself. I need to be surrounded by people. I need to be in a group of people. I need to work with people. I'm not very good at doing all of this by myself. It just doesn't work for me. I'm not. And in fact, with my virtual assistants, I most of the time get them into a meeting with me and be like, hey, we're going to do this together so that I can get it done. It's been so priceless for me to have my virtual assistants available and ready to help me and to support me in the business. That's been one of the things that I am so grateful for. So that meeting was absolutely fantastic. But one of the things that came up mostly was managing the balance between business and life, making sure that we don't lose ourselves within the business. To be honest, business is something that we are passionate about, we get excited about, and we wanted to be in it. It's that phase when your business is like give you that, no sense of approval, but sense of fulfillment, a sense of achievement, and it's just so rewarding. And obviously there's a lot of dopamine when you hit all those feelings, then becomes addicted. And for many of us, it's really hard to balance those out. We have seen that COVID has waken up a lot of us and has helped us to bring back the values, priorities in our lives, and reminded us that it's important to also be in the family, be with the family, be doing things that we love, not just business all the time. So today I wanted to talk to you about that, because for us as business owners, it's very important that we find that balance between our life and our business. We sort of separate the two things. We often don't do that. There was one example of one guy, I loved it. They were saying, look, for me to stop working from home, I had to geek out and I put on my computer, every time I turn on my computer and I am at home, it will switch off. I was like, wait, what? And I love that. It's like, I just know that I couldn't help myself, that I would always try to log in. I just do this for 5 minutes and then next 2 hours I'm stuck in the computer. And so it's like I now don't allow myself to do that. And it's so funny because I don't bring my computer at home anymore. I just don't do it. And this guy was like, bring it at home. I'm not allowed to open it during working hours, during the family time. I'm like, that is just hilarious. But it's so true. We have to find a way that works for us to really manage the time in our calendar, the business and the family, and manage it all. And so what really worked for me is to break it down and make sure whatever I need to do goes in the calendar. And then I also plan for my time off. I plan for things that I am enjoying. Like I don't want to work 24/7. This is, to me, that's not success anymore. It used to be. I didn't care how much I used to work at the beginning of my business. I just wanted to get to the $1 million business. Now I want to be at the $1 million business while working less, while having a lifestyle, while having hobbies, while seeing my friends, while going out, while like spending time with my loved ones. Like I want to do all those things while my business continue, while going on holidays. Well, I want to do all of it. And I used to believe that it was impossible. And now I believe that it is. I believe that it's possible. I believe that I can do it. I believe that I can manage my time and my schedule in a way to be more productive so that I can have more time off. And it's so vital for me to understand me. And the only way for me to understand me is to put things in the calendar and trial them out. One of the most important things for me to have in the calendar is break down all the simple things that I have to do, have in the calendar, and then try to have as many meetings as possible with my team. One of my virtual assistant agency clients said to me, Francesca, what do you do at work all day? I do meetings with my team. They're like, this is why I don't want to get a VA. I don't want to get stuck in meetings. I'm like, no. I'm not stuck in meetings. I choose meetings because without meetings, I don't get anything done. It's different. If I don't have a meeting with my VA to record something, I will procrastinate. I will do something else. If I don't have a meeting with my VA to check on the emails, I'm not going to do it. I'll do it tomorrow. I just know myself now. So I find a way around the procrastination. I know that if I put in my calendar and it's a meeting with someone, I will show up and I will do it. If I schedule it in and nobody is on the other side, I'm most likely going to procrastinate on it. I get to know me. I get to enjoy that rather than not succeed in my time management and then beat myself up for it. I don't want to do that. I don't want to give myself hard time. I want to enjoy the journey. Put things in the calendar that I know I will be doing and just stop with everything else, because it just so much productive to work 6 hours a day rather than be in the office and just muck around for like 8 hours and actually work successfully for 6. I rather, like, even my lunch break, I watch something smart. I watch my coach, something that really helps me to gain momentum, to stay on top of what I need to do. So everything is into my calendar. When I'm in the office, I'm a machine. And it's so funny because my mom at the moment lives in the house that I call my office, a house, and we Airbnb one of the rooms. In the other room, my mom lives there, and the other room is my office. So I call it the office, but it's an actual house. So So what's funny about that is that my mom always says, you come to the office, but I can actually never see you, even at lunch. We don't really spend time together. Mom, this is why I stay after I finish work and we spend an hour together, because I know that during the day I'm going to be working. If I come here and I don't get straight to work, I then don't feel like working. So it's important that I also stick to my schedule, then schedule time with my mom outside my working hours so that I can actually spend focus time with her. I prioritize my hobbies. The other day I went to a networking event and I met this guy. They were saying to me, when it's boring, there's nothing to do here. I've been here for years and I'm just thinking that maybe I should move somewhere else. This is not fun. This is that. I'm like, listen, this is your thought about Brisbane. It's not that Brisbane is boring, it's your thought about Brisbane are boring. You're thinking all the time that, but if you start to look around, there is so many things to do. I go to beach tennis, to salsa, there is volleyball, there is so many activities, hiking, there is so much things to do. It's not even funny, but you're just focusing on the things that you think are boring. So we had a bit of a laugh about it because it's so fascinating how we get focused on this is not working for me anymore. But when we change our thought, then we can actually start to enjoy things. And hobbies is something that we need to trial. We need to put ourselves out there to do things for us to find something that we like. One friend of mine was telling me about squash. I'm actually going to have to look into it, make sure that I go, because I do like trying new things, trying new hobbies, doing things that bring me a little bit of excitement in my everyday. I don't want to go on my life and just work. I want to have a little bit of both so that I can feel I exercise in the morning, I meditate in the morning, I then come to work and then I have breakfast with mom and then I start working. Then when I finish, I spend a little bit of time with mom and then I take Ollie boy for a walk and then I go to do my hobby, whatever that is that night. If it's salsa, if it's beach volley, if it's beach tennis, if it's a hike, if it's a walk, if it's whatever that is. Sometimes it's table tennis or it's football. I love doing activities like that and it's fun, it's engaging. This is something that a lot of people don't prioritize in their life. This is why then becomes your sole focus becomes business and it's not healthy. It's just not healthy. But the thing is, the reason why I'm able to only work 6 hours a day, 4 days a week, is because my team are doing the rest. I delegate, and I should be called the delegate queen. I delegate everything, like legit everything. I don't do any of the things myself that I don't need to be doing. I just delegate it all. My Airbnb hosting to my virtual assistant. I created all the templates and then I delegate all my email writings, everything, all my what I need to record, what I need to talk about. Everything is done for my team and then I'll show up and just do it and just record it, just do the things that nobody else can do. But everything else that can be done. This is the thing. When people tell me that, like, oh no, this thing is only me, I can do it. I'm like, maybe of that one task that you think you're the only person that can do it, maybe you need to do a 10%, the remaining 90% of that one task probably can be delegated. And people never believe that because we are control freaks, we want to do it ourselves, we think it's faster if we just do it, all of those things. We just need to overcome the things for us to be able to then delegate, for us to be able to have the life that we actually love, deserve, and should have. My team is allowing me to have that freedom to put things in my calendar, do everything, follow my calendar, and therefore finish early and work less, not more. I love that. Honestly, when people come to me and they say, Francesca, I'm working around the clock, I love looking at the calendar, changing all the calendar, and then help them delegate all the things. I just love that. Love it because it's just so powerful and so much more can happen and we can focus on different things. This is why I can have 2 businesses, why I'm actually, don't tell anybody, but I'm actually looking to invest in a 3rd business in 2024. I just love having my hands in all these different things. It can only happen if I can delegate successfully. If I'm a control freak and I try to do it all, it's never going to be possible for me to get my business to the next level and for me to scale things to where I need to scale. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about that because it's so priceless for us to actually understand that balance doesn't come from just working less and hoping on a miracle. Balance comes from getting organized and stay on top of the priorities and schedule everything in your calendar and just go for it. This is how we're going to do it. So I hope this was valuable for you guys. Again, if you love this, please leave me a review. Whatever you're watching, I will really appreciate it. And thank you so much. And I'll see you on the other side. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. If you have enjoyed this podcast, then you're definitely going to love our Coaches 10K kit. I have created this specifically for you to show you how to get your first 10K. This is an incredible bundle that I created where you get unlimited access, like literally lifetime access to 2 of my main courses where I show you exactly how to get to your 10K a month. You're gonna absolutely love this, but on top of this, there is also a sneak peek inside of my sold out business academy. 7 days where you get to really try out and watch all the things that you can and really get the gist of what we do inside of that sold out business academy. This is priceless. I am so excited to have you joining this. I mean, it's only $197 at the moment, so please make sure that you check the description and the show notes to see if this offer is still available. But you guys need to go and come and check it out. Check the description for the link and go and join our Coaches 10K Kit. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode.